Have you ever wondered how a board game could open up a money conversation? Stick with me and I'll tell you how. Welcome to my channel, Annie Unleashed. I'm Annie. I'm a financial planner, a professor of financial planning and insurance. I'm a success coach, and I help people in all kinds of relationships, but especially in relationship with money and all the things that come to the root of it. Let's begin. I love the game of Clue. Do you play Clue? I've played this for years. In fact, I have a couple different versions and I absolutely love it. Now, I have found over the years that I like to be both the banker and a player. And I tend to give impartial advice to even the other players who are my competition. And it's because I'm very fair and just in terms of allowing people the appropriate opportunities and giving them the right amount of money that they deserve and earned. But I am still super competitive. And it is a game of strategy. But not everybody approaches the strategy the same way. So when you are playing a board game, you start to see how people react, right? Anybody a cheater? Anybody trying to negotiate more money or less payments? That gives you a real great idea about how they might interact with their own money. Now, if you have a friend who is like the classic cheater in a game of Clue, or they try to steal somebody's money, or they try to negotiate not having to pay you rent because they landed on your property, be aware of loaning this friend any money. They will do the same there that they will do here. Now, if you know that person is super responsible with money and they're simply having some fun because this is the only time they get to cheat and bend the rules because it's not real money, cool. At least the understanding is there. But when I play with my daughter, and we are both uber competitive, but she's learning to be a friendly competitor, especially when she doesn't quite get the points, or she doesn't quite get as much money, or she has to pay somebody because she landed on their property. Ooh, the friction begins. The tension starts. And she has to find a way to figure out, how do I still play this game and give it another chance, see what happens, and still manage the emotions? Because money is all emotional. So the next time you play a board game like Clue, and by the way, feel free to put in the comments, what board games do you play with your kids that also helps you figure out and teach them how do you build a relationship with money in a healthy way. I play Clue. There's a couple other games that I play. I've tended to go towards games that are more cooperative and more collaborative in nature because most games are competitive. So maybe you do a balance of both, but feel free to let me know, what games do you play, whether it's board games or physical games with your kids, where they get to learn about working as a team, making decisions and learning from them, and consequences, especially when it comes to money. Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, thanks for listening in. I hope this video helped you find unique, resourceful ways to teach your kids about relationship with money and how to make decisions. Just give them opportunities. If you watched any of my past videos on how to help your kids learn about money, give them opportunities to learn, make decisions, and learn from them. Try, experiment, learn, repeat. Okay? Try, experiment, learn, repeat. That's all that's required. And while they're at a stage where they don't actually have physical cash that they can use, or maybe they don't have as many opportunities to use physical cash in their everyday lives, play some games. Let them experiment. Be an opponent. Be a friend. Just try different relationship ways to play with your kids. It's fun, it's lessons learned, and there's no real risk, right? Not that there's no consequences, but there is no real risk to playing these board games, right? So try it out. Let me know how it works. I'd love to hear from you. I do respond to every comment. And if you have any ideas about topics you'd like me to cover when it comes to money and real talk, or coaching around success, whether it's success with money, success with career, or success in relationships, let me know. I'm happy to chat about it. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.